Hey guys, so let's talk about the Blender comp. I see the perfect opportunity here to showcase the classic Blender, and then I want to show you a variation that I made with Lady Mikage and another very special champion that I think is excellent. Come to think of it, I probably titled the video this, Rat in a Blender. But for now, this is the traditional comp. This is what it looks like, and this is how it typically runs. You typically have Arbiter or a speed lead just to do your increase attack, and then you have an ally attacker send in the sisters to do as much damage as possible. And normally it's lightning fast. It's often finished in 2 seconds if you see a team that doesn't look particularly defensive, but this team actually has really good defense. Brago's actually passively increasing a lot of defense, so maybe this was a bad example of how the classic works. So whoops. I was hoping it'd be. I mean, it looks like we might still make it, but this is not exactly a good showcase of how you might farm arena these days. But here you might see something like this that looks really easy to knock out, but the classic Blender is probably just going to get its butt handed to it. Come to think of it, Skull Crown actually has a passive that helps stay alive, but this is even better. So I've brought in Lady Mikage, and I've brought in the RatKing, and it's still the classic Blender. It has all the hallmarks of it. She's 306 speed, so she will open. And I was expecting that Heffrack to be in Stone Skin and not die like that. Just goes to show, I mean, I just don't know what to expect. Here, let's try another team. Until we can encounter something that would normally stop a conventional Blender, so that the contingency plan of the RatKing in Stone Skin can kick in. So there's no Stone Skin again, but they are going first. This is actually an example of where I should have interrupted so that I could do something else. Because now it's backfired, because he's got the block damage. This goes to show, this is what happens when you're overconfident. I mean, I really don't think we have this here. I'm gonna quit out. Here's probably what I should have done. This is another thing I like about this team, is it has options. So we can just go in, let them do their opener. So he's put up the block damage. So we could come in with Lady Mikage, and we could just strip it. Of course, we're still getting bombed out. That's pretty ugly. Oof. Well, let's put some bombs on everybody. Luckily, Skull Crown has a passive that kind of wins it for us. Let's try another fight. Let's refresh this. Let's look for some other stuff. Not seeing any Heffracks. What might have Stone Skin? This probably has a Stone Skin Ultimate Death Knight. I bet it does. I'm going to start not in auto. It's because I don't trust anything anymore. And he's not in Stone Skin. So we'll just go ahead and auto. Auto normally targets RB first. Or whoever's in the lead is who gets targeted first. And really, this is a nice, easy way to just blitz through Classic when you're looking for easy points. If you're just trying to finish your Great Hall, I might even just put this on full auto. Might be a mistake again. Who knows? But I assume we're going to get cut off. Now her unkillable kicks in, although... And again, I mean, the team just won. But what I was kind of expecting was that Genbo was going to be able to blitz through Skullcrown's unkillable, killing her, making the ally attack not work. But the rat in the blender is the magic ingredient. So let's try again. Just this team might be too hard. Maybe we'll just go for maybe we'll just go for this one. So we come in with the ally attack. They're all dead again. But we also have the bombs as a backup. I mean, that's basically it. It's a fairly simple team. It's not going to beat everything. It probably wouldn't beat this team, but it might. It kind of depends. If their Mithrala's not in Stone Skin, she probably just outright dies. We did get crowd controlled here. That's a bit ugly. But RatKing still comes in with his bombs. They still don't hit Mithrala, but everybody else is dead, so... Anyway, that's the team. Let's look at the presets. If we can. Come to think of it, we don't have any tokens, do we? I could use a classic refill. Sure. I'm going to use a refill. And you know I hate when I'm not passively regenerating stuff. Let's just blitz through this Eris. All right, so let's look at the presets. So, Skullcrown, nothing. Senesha, nothing. I mean, there's no need. But Nishak, basically, I set this stuff to 1 and 2 priority because sometimes the RatKing will open with this and then go straight into his Pestilent Sensor. Sometimes he'll just do something else. Not really sure why. Lady Mikage, no presets. Wow, I didn't set any presets. That seems kind of anticlimactic. Well, at least you can kind of look at the stats we're dealing with. So, I mean, we got Skullcrown. She's pretty darn slow at 164. Senesha is 107. She has no speed at all. I just wanted to make sure she went last. I wouldn't recommend ever doing this. I've actually meant to rebuild Senesha, but for now, this is how she's built. Nishak is actually super fast because I use him in a Bommel speed comp to take down Bommel in a single minute. If you haven't seen that video, check out my video on taking down Bommel in a minute. It's pretty great. And last, we got Lady Mikage. I got her to 306 speed. One of the fastest units on my account. I really wanted to make sure she was fast, but I also really wanted to make sure she was in Stone Skin. It's one of those things. Anyway, that's about all I got to show you guys today. I just wanted to show off the Rat in a Blender. I hope it helped or at least entertained some of you. Thanks for joining me. See you on the next video. Take care.